Hey, hello friends. Welcome back to AWS Advanced Master Class course. I'm Hari. I'm going to be the presenter for this video series. Today, we are going to start with another interesting topic, Introduction to Cloud Computing. So, since we all going to have a deep dive learning experience with the AWS Cloud, for that, basic fundamental is very important. Okay. In this video, we are going to cover the prerequisites to learn AWS before getting started with AWS. Okay, so let's get started and let's have some basic idea. People already who knows those basics, right? A very good refreshment for them. Okay, fine. Let's start with what is data, because before everyone start use cloud computing, right? A data center was the one very much peaking in the industry. Every organization, they were having their own physical data center. So here it's very much important to know about data. Okay. So data center mean nothing. If you take any organization, they would need a servers, storages, networking devices, right? All those things. So earlier, every organization, they will manage on physical server room. If you go the server room, right, it looks like this only, whatever you are seeing in the screen. There will be multiple racks will be there. Okay. Your servers, storages, networking devices, everything will be mounted in the rack. So there will be, central. You can look at the lady. She has one, laptop interface. Like that, we'll have only one display. Through local IP address, right, we'll take the remote of any particular server for configuring something or installing operating system. But end of day, right, this data center is completely surrounded with the proper cooling system. Okay, so they'll have properly maintained. Not everybody can go inside the data center. It's not permitted. They have restricted access. Only the required people can visit into the data center. Also, is there any any kind of disaster happen? They'll have some basic protection. Okay, so our physical component is supposed to be in this data center. Okay, to manage this data center, we supposed to have a hardware engineer, storage engineer, network engineer. They are the one who used to configure something when they have a new requirement, or the existing setup has some issues, right? These are the people who will take a look and they'll troubleshoot and fix the issue. Okay. This is how data center was, used by every initial time of period. But the reason why they migrated to cloud, we have some limited, disadvantages with data center. Those disadvantages are very much expensive when it comes to an investment. Okay, because if you go to buy on particular physical server, it will take 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, something like that. Okay, if you ask for the price for the storage, that would take you for 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, something like that. Network switches, router, firewall, load balancers, all those things are very much expensive when you plan to go and buy by your own. So it's not advisable to buy all the components by our own. So purchasing is fine. We'll have a warranty for 1 year, 2 year. That also fine. Server hardware component goes failure after 2 year or 3 year or after 5 years. Again, we need to purchase the failed component to replace the particular device. So we would require more manpower in terms of managing these big data center. So every time they'll have to be available in the site. So these are the some challenges and disadvantages we faced when comes about data. So that is the reason, right? We come up with the concept called cloud computing. Whatever you are seeing in the screen, right? So the cloud computing, literally people are calling it as a virtualized data center. So organization nowadays, they are migrating to cloud. The same organization I told you already, they were using a physical data center, but not today. Most of them are migrated to cloud computing. What is the benefit? Basically, here you don't need to invest anything. You don't need to manage anything physically. The servers, storages, networking devices, everything, right? You can virtually access. So as I told you, right, in case of any hardware failure, network the devices failure, power outage, we don't need to be worried about. The cloud service provider will take care of them. Okay. So in one line, I would say cloud computing means the virtualized data center. Okay, using internet, we can set up our infrastructure. If you take any organization, their physical data center can be replicated or duplicated in cloud computing. They can get the better performance than data center. Okay, so in this image itself, you can see the infrastructure for compute, storages, networking, database. Okay. So monitoring, communication, finance, okay, object storage. So like almost all the required component to set up on data center. Okay, everything available here using these component on C. We are setting up our virtualized data. Okay. So we will get one console, management console. We will log into that console. We will configure everything in the console itself. We don't need to worry about how the server looks like, how many servers there in the backend, nothing at all. Everything will be taken care by the cloud service. Okay. This is what a cloud computing means. The advantage of cloud. So when you working with a physical data center, the same person who migrates to cloud, what are the advantages they get? First thing is data security. People will have a confusion. if I have my data center which I manage directly, I don't need not to be worried about my data security. How about in cloud? Nowadays in cloud, right, every cloud provider is providing the encryption mechanism. Okay, we have a strong advanced algorithm for encryption and decryption, so we need not to be worry about our data security. Okay, all the data are transmitting, storing, okay, everything properly encrypted, so we need not to be worried about data security. Second one is scalability. So in the physical data center, right, you will have to think many times before you go for upgrading your hardware or scaling your hardware, because there may be a chances if you try to upgrade your CPU or RAM, so there may be a chances it may reach the maximum limit, or the new component what you plan to upgrade that may not support. But in cloud, you need not to worry about it. Today you can use this configuration, tomorrow instantly you can use upgraded configuration, day after tomorrow you can instantly upgrade the upgraded configuration. Scalability is quite simple when come to a cloud company. Okay, that is another biggest advantage. The one more thing is disaster recovery, DR. So if you manage your physical data center, whenever there is a disaster occur, okay, something like fire accident, earthquake, or any heavy rain, waterfall came inside of your data center, so in that case, which is something beyond your human control, okay, which is something beyond human control, so that's something called as a disaster. When you manage your physical data center, nothing, you can't be able to manage it. But when you host your virtual data center in cloud computing, if one location goes for the DR disaster, so we'll have another one region, another one location. Maybe if you are using Mumbai as your virtual data center location, instantly you can migrate all your data to Singapore. So that disaster recovery is highly possible and quick factor of time. You would be able to switch your data in the proper secondary availability region. Okay, that is another biggest advantage when talk about cloud. Okay. Mobility is very much stable. It's easy to use, user friendly. Many things we can say. Reduce the cost. I told you already, this is something we don't want to invest anything. It's work the way of pay as you go model. Whatever you are consuming, you're gonna pay for it. Literally like our electricity bill. How much unit you are consuming? Hey, this month I consumed for 100 units, so I pay only for that. Hey, very next month I consumed for 500 units, only pay for that. Okay, that way it's very much flexible. Whatever you are gonna use it, you're gonna pay for it. Okay, there are lots of options available to cut down the cost. So those things and all we can do in futures. Okay, so these are all the advantages I would say when comes about cloud company. That is the reason nowadays every R shows their interest to migrate their particular environment into cloud. Most of them are migrated already. Some of them are still in. There are different cloud providers are there in the market where you all know we are talking about Amazon Web Service, AWS. We do have equal competitors available for AWS, which is Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. If you ask me, hey, Harry, only these three cloud providers are available in industry. Not like that. If you go right, Oracle Cloud is there, Alibaba Cloud is there, Google Cloud is there, IBM Cloud is there, VMware vCloud is there. The list will keep go. Okay, but whatever you are seeing in the screen, these three cloud providers are peak in the market as of. Okay. So if you ask me which one is best, yeah, each one has their own speciality. Okay, and the expertise. But yeah, end of day, all of them are providing almost similar support when come to cloud, right? But if you ask me who's the senior, of course, no doubt, AWS is the senior among all these cloud providers. If you ask me who has more market share, no doubt, again, AWS has the more market share. If you ask me who has large community, no doubt, AWS has the large community. There are many people are globally in the world, 45 to 50% of people are using AWS cloud. So then where you will get the maximum of job opportunity. Of course, yes, the AWS you will be getting a maximum number of job. Okay, so this is how this particular AWS differ from other cloud providers. We'll go and there is something called different types of services in cloud. Not only in AWS, generally if you take right, you have different types of services available. Those services, right, for our understanding only, because when you go any cloud any cloud computing provider, AWS or Azure, every technology, because in the on-premises we are talked about various technologies, right? Something called servers, something called storages, something called networking devices, something called operating system, something called database. So these are all the different technologies. So when come to cloud, all these technologies are call it as a service. Okay, for managing virtual server, we'll have one service. For managing our online storage, we'll have one service. For managing the networking, we'll have one service. So for managing database, we'll have service. So we have various services are there. Okay, when come to cloud, the major three services you are going to this picture. If you can see, there are four major category available. This one is on premises. Okay. This one is infrastructure as a service. There is something called IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Second one is PaaS, platform as a service. PaaS. Last one is SaaS, software as a service. So here you can see whatever you are seeing in the blue one, you will be managing that. The red one, right, where cloud provider manage, which means AWS. For us, we'll take AWS as a cloud provider. Red ones are managed by AWS. So imagine if you are using an on-site, on-premises physical data center, end-to-end you'll have to manage, starting from networking, storage, server, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, data, application, A to Z, top down, you have to manage. No other way. That is the sad factor of your data center, physical on-site data. But where if you take this infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, these three things are playing a crucial role in cloud computing. Infrastructure as a service mean, I can tell you an example. The server, okay, you are managing your server network. Look at this. When in the cloud computing, you want some server, okay, you want 5 servers, all of them have to communicate each other. That's what your requirement. Okay. So in that case, if you ask for that requirement solution to cloud provider, what they will do, right? Backend networking, connectivity, all those things, cloud provider will take care. Storage for all these 5 servers, they will take care. Okay. Creating the 5 servers and installing operating system, providing that server till handing over the server, they will take care. Virtualization, backend, obviously servers all should come from some of the virtualization environment, right? That also they will take care. What is your scope? For those 5 server, you need to take care of operating system. I mean, deploying your middleware, runtime, okay, what application you're going to use. You have to take care of your data. You have to take care of your application deployment. So these are the one only you need to take care. Backend, networking, connectivity, hardware, failure, nothing. You need not to be worried about. Okay, this is something called infrastructure service. The second one is platform as a service. Mostly this suits for the database related requirement. Okay. When you ask for hey, I need a 5 database server, AWS, can you help me? So in that case, right, backend networking, they'll take care. Backend storage, they'll take care. Backend server, they'll take care. Virtualization, they'll take care. Even operating system, they'll take care. Because we need a database application. We need a database platform only. Okay, so we don't want to manage the operating system, patching, security update, nothing. They'll take care of middleware. They'll take care of installing DB application. What is your scope here? You need to manage your creating tables, creating a database, running a query, adding a data. Those things will be your scope. The rest all will be taken care by your cloud provider. Okay, this is something called platform as a service. Second is software as a service. Software as a service, you don't need to manage anything at all. Completely AWS will take care of. What does it mean by software as a service? Can you give me some example? So software as a service, nothing but your application which you are consuming very easily if you have internet connection. Example, I would say YouTube. If you type youtube.com in browser, automatically it's take you to the YouTube site. You are playing the videos, whatever you want. For that, we are not managing anything. We will not be worried about where the video is stored, which server it's exposed publicly, how the network they configured, when they're gonna update this. Nothing. We need not to worry about it. Everything available in online. Okay, and apart from that, what other example? We have a Netflix, right? That's software as a service. We have Facebook, Instagram, right? That is software as a service. So wherever we need not to worry about backend hardware connectivity, nothing. Simply if you use that service alone, that is something called as a software. Okay. So when you come to cloud, mostly all the technologies are divided and called as a different kind of services. Okay, either it should fall under infrastructure service or platform as a service or software. Okay, so followed by I'm going to show you we need to create a AWS free tier account, because if you take any AWS configuration you want to do, when you want to kickstart your things with AWS, this free tier account is very much important. So AWS provide 1 year free tier account actually. Okay, so using this you would be able to configure your free tier account. I'll just show you now. Just you need an email ID and 1 credit card, by the way, to use AWS free tier account. So I'll open my browser. Okay, in the browser I'll type like AWS free tier account. So this will be your link to create the account actually. So you can see there is option to create a free account. Click on this. So I'm just showing you how to create the free tier account. Okay, here it asks for your email ID. So what I will do, I am recommending all of you to give your own email ID, but this time I'll just give generate temp email, because I'm just showing you the demo, right? So generating the temp email. Okay, fine. I'll copy the email ID. Here I'm recommending all of you to give your email ID. Okay, if you go there, the account name, we can give anything. Training AWS, something like that. You can provide your own name for your account. Okay, it's up to you. So after that, you need to verify your email address. The OTP will be sent to, the verification email will send to the email ID. So I'll try to get the verification from this inbox. Yeah, we got this. This is the verification code. Let me copy. I'll paste it here to proceed. This should be the first level of verification. And it asks for the password. So whatever the email ID you provided, right, that will be considered as your root user. We are providing the password for that. Okay, it's telling password is publicly known. What I will do. All right, guys, I'll do one thing. Password generator. Due to security reason. Okay. Now it's allowing us to proceed further. So here, when you are selecting your free tier account, right, when you are trying to create, you can use personal. Don't select for the business and all. So you need to give your full name. Let me give my name, Hari, and your mobile number you need to give. I'm from India. I'll give my number. Okay. Actually, this is not my actual number. Randomly, I have given something. But I am recommending you to give your number. I think I'm giving city, Chennai. After providing your basic information, right, you just click on continue. Here's the very crucial part. We need to provide our debit card. And why we are providing debit card information? To validate you are a valid authentic person. You have regularly you will use AWS account, so they need to authenticate you, right? That's why they'll ask you to pay ₹2 from your debit card. So it support RuPay on American Express, Mastercard, Visa, everything. So here provide your debit card number and all the details, card holder name. If you are creating the account from India, they will take around ₹2 from your account. Otherwise, right, $1 they'll take. But within 2 working days, right, they'll refund your money. No need to worry about it. And you no need to confuse also. Oh my God, I'm providing my debit card information. So will they take money automatically from their account? Not like that. For first 1 year, it will be free. After that, if you want, you need to reach them. You need to convert that account as the paid account. So you know not to worry about auto payment and all. Okay. This is first ₹2 you need to pay to activate the account to validate your authentic person. After that, you can use that account for 1 year. Okay. They won't take any money and all. Okay. You can provide it now. Then you can. We are in third step, fourth step, and last step. You can review and submit it. So once you have done right, your AWS account is ready for you. Okay, the AWS account is ready for you. You can start explore all the services from the AWS. Okay, so then we can move back to our presentation. So in this video, right, hope you have seen how to create the AWS free tier account and basics. Quick recap about what is data center, what is the advantage of cloud, why people are moving to cloud. So we'll meet on next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye from everyone. Okay, thank you all.